Okay, this is our worst one yet. Anyways, next. That's too much. I don't know why that happens to me. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would film another installment of judging books by their covers / it's just a book haul, but I want to see how good I did. So yesterday I went to a book sale at a local library and got 6 or 7 books for really cheap. But the thing is, I didn't read the synopsis of it. I read maybe the first sentence of it. I literally just looked at the cover and thought it looked good. So we're gonna see how well I did at judging books by their cover, and you're gonna get a book haul in that. So I'm going to basically show each book, then I will read the synopsis and synopsis that for you. Then we're gonna look it up on Goodreads and see what the rating is on Goodreads. I think anything above a 3.5 star is good. Not great, but good. And anything above a 4 star is like, wow, I did amazing. So we will see how good I do. My goal is that half of them will be amazing. That's my goal. But I want all of them to at least be good, at least be 3.5 stars and above. If not, that's okay. I'm still probably gonna read them at some point. But that's the fun of the game, isn't it? So let's get into this haul. I think I said I had 6 or 7, but I definitely have 8 books that I got, which is more than I thought. But I got 8 books and I only spent like $7 or $8. Like it was like $1 a book, I think. Let's see how well I did. The first book that I picked up was The War Outside by Monica Hesse or Hess. I don't know how to say that, but let's see what the synopsis says. This book follows 2 main characters. You have Margot and you have Haruko, I think is how you say that. And both are in a prison camp type situation in Crystal City, Texas in 1944. They each have their own things going on, but their 2 paths cross because of a dust storm, and there seems to be some secrets going around, and also just like, I think from what I'm getting is like their friendship isn't allowed or isn't right, so they're secretly being friends, I guess. That will be really interesting to find out about. We'll see how I did. The little sentence on the back says, of all the things that happened there in that place full of enemies and dust and spies and sadness, I am grateful for only one. So let's see what she's rated on Goodreads. Okay, The War Outside is rated a 3.76. So we got a good one, okay? So for it to have only 5,000 ratings and a 3.76 stars, I feel like that's a good sign. But I would say the first book, not a bad one. We can't be mad at that. The second book that I picked up is called Everything All at Once by Katrina Leno, I think. It says 24 dares, 3 weeks, take the leap. That's all I saw when I picked it up. I think the cover looks cool. I did notice that the back, like part of it is falling out, so I'm sure that's why they were getting rid of it. No big deal. So let me read the back and then I will update you. So what I'm getting from this book is that it's basically about a girl whose aunt just died. So the girl's name I think is Lottie, possibly, and then her aunt dies. Her aunt leaves behind a letter full of steps that she should take to live a little bit, because Lottie has lived a really safe life and hasn't really stepped out of her comfort zone. So her aunt leaves behind that. Her aunt was a really famous author who wrote a really famous series, and so she learns a lot about that series and the inspiration behind it through this book, but she also learns a lot about herself. I think this sounds like it's gonna be really good, and obviously it's falling apart, so people have read it. So let's see what it is rated on Goodreads. Okay, so Everything All at Once has a 3.81 rating on Goodreads, and it only has 2,000 ratings. So I feel like that's an even better case than the last one, because it's a higher rating and less ratings to go off of. So I'm feeling pretty good about these 2. Honestly, I'm feeling pretty good. So far I feel like 2 for 2 is good. The next book that I picked up is called The Magnolia League. Look at that cover. And she was in really good condition, which I don't know what that means if nobody read it, but she looks cool. And she's by Katie Crouch. So let's see what it's about. Okay, so this one sounds really interesting. It is about a girl named Alex who is 16 years old, and her mother dies, so she's sent to live in her grandmother's house, the grandmother is very wealthy, and is a part of something called the Magnolia League in Savannah, Georgia. And it's like a debutante society where they're very fancy, and Alex is not that. And so she enters this club or league or whatever you call it, and wants to find out the intentions behind it because it looks a little shady and there's some secrets being, thrown around that she wants to figure out. So that sounds really, really interesting, actually. Let's see what it's rated on Goodreads, though. Okay, you guys, this is our first fail, I guess you could call it. The Magnolia League is rated 3.38 stars. It only has 2,000 some odd ratings. But I will say, if you watched the previous video I did like this, I got a lot of books that were the first books in a series. This is the first book in the series. So I'm proud of myself for not getting a book that isn't the first in a series, because that happened a lot in the last video. If you want to watch the last video, I'll have it linked somewhere up here or in the description. But that was our first fail, but I still feel like 2 out of 3 is doing good. We still have 5 more books to go, so we'll see if we can redeem ourselves. I at least want to get one amazing pick, so we'll see. The next book that I picked is a book called, and it's got a long title, it's called The Incredible True Story of the Making of the Eve of Destruction. But the cover is cool. It was in really good condition, which I'm finding out might be a bad thing because the last one was in good condition. So let me read about it for a second. Okay, so this seems really interesting. So it takes place in Arkansas in 1984. You're following the main character, Laura, who is 16. They live in the town of Griffin Flat, which is known for nuclear missile silos. And her father works for the government part of that and has basically been warning her that something's coming and she needs to be prepared. Okay? Then a movie set for some kind of movie called The Eve of Destruction starts filming in this town, and they hold a contest, I'm guessing, or some sort of something for people to sign up to have a role in it. Laura wins that role, and she wins a +1 to come with her to the set. So she picks her stepbrother, I think. Yes, her new stepbrother, Terrence, to go with her. And they are having fun on this movie set. But then whenever they're running a scene and a scripted nuclear explosion happens, something feels off, and they're trying to figure out, I guess, if it was a real nuclear bomb or not. So that sounds pretty interesting, I'm not gonna lie. Let's see what it's rated on Goodreads. I don't know about this one, if it's gonna be rated good or not. Let's see. Okay, this is our worst one yet. I forgot to say this is by Amy Brashear, I think. And this book only has 280 ratings. Not great. No wonder she's in mint condition, because she has not been read. Interesting. She is rated exactly a 3-star. This is the worst one so far. I feel like this is how the last video went too. Like, it all started great and then it wasn't. So I'm not feeling great about my picks, you guys. We'll have to see when I actually read them for myself if they live up to the hype or not. Anyways, next. The next book that I chose is called Unnatural Ends by Christopher Huang. The book itself looks so cool. It's not hardback, but it has like itself is the cover. I don't know how to explain that, but this looks so cool. I don't even know what it's about, and it looks so cool. So let me read a little bit about what it's about, and I will tell you what I'm thinking. Okay, this sounds pretty interesting. So basically, a man named Sir Lawrence Linwood is dead, and he's been murdered. And his heirs are Alan, Roger, and Caroline. So they come back for his funeral and whatnot. And they find out that whoever solves his murder gets the estate. So they all start digging and figuring out who's murdered their, I'm guessing, father. That sounds pretty interesting. Let's see what Goodreads has to say about it. Okay, we found another good one. Unnatural Ends has only 895 ratings, and it is rated a 3.71 stars, which is pretty good, I would think. Better than the last two. So we're still on the winning side of this. We have 3 out of 5. Good. So we're still on the winning side of this. This one I think so far would be the one I'm most excited to read. Maybe. It just sounds so interesting. Like I've never read a book like that before. So that would be cool. The next book that I picked up is called The Lost Jewels by Christy Manning. Okay, so this is historical fiction, I think. It's based on a true story, or inspired by a true story. And from what I'm gathering, the main character is a girl named Kate. She is an American jewelry historian, and she is following the mysterious Cheapside jewels, which lead her on an incredible journey. And she learns a lot about her family and her family's ties to that, and just a bunch of secrets come about. That's basically what I'm getting from this book. Let's see what it's rated on Goodreads. I have no idea how this is gonna end for me. Okay, they're good. The Lost Jewels by Christy Manning is a 3.87 stars, and it has 4,200 and something ratings. Whew. We're still on the winning side of this, you guys. I'm doing okay. So far we haven't had a 4-star though. But I still have one more that I think could be a 4-star. We'll see. But I'm feeling okay about my picks. Like I said, there's 2 in there that I don't know about. But for the most part, I'm feeling pretty good about my picks. So we have 2 more books left, and see if we can redeem ourselves. The next book that I picked up is called Obsessed by James Patterson. I picked this up because I recognized the James Patterson name. It's by James Patterson and someone named James O. Bourne, so I'm guessing he had help with this one, but it is a psychological thriller. I don't know if it's in a series. I have no idea. I know nothing about it. The only thing I know is that on the back it says, if your child is missing, you want the whole world to stop and go look for them. So, and this is all the synopsis you get. So, there's a killer who's obsessed with, I'm guessing, the main character's eldest daughter. The main character is Detective Michael Bennett. Michael Bennett is obsessed with keeping his family safe. And then they live in New York City, and New York City is obsessed with cracking the killer's code. Hence the Obsessed name. That's literally all I know about it. That's all it says. So let's see what it's rated on Goodreads. And if it looks like it might be part of a series. So I'm hoping it's not like number 1700 in a series or something. Okay, you guys, it is a part of a series. It is literally number 15 in the series. What? Like, what? How do I not know these things? I should really like pay attention. Also, authors should be putting that on their books. Like, you should put it on your book if it's a part of a series. Maybe it's a standalone. Like, maybe you can read it. Let me look that up. Okay, so I looked it up and you can read it as a standalone. Thank God. So it is a 4.12 stars. It has 22,000 ratings. So it's by far the most rated book that I got. I'm really excited about it. I mean, book number 15, that's too much. I don't know why that happens to me, but you can read it as a standalone, and that's exactly what I'll do. So I'm feeling really good about that. Okay, so the last book that I chose is purely for my childhood reasons. That's it. That's the only reason I chose this book. It is Allie's Pretty Little Lies by Sarah Shepard. It is a Pretty Little Lies prequel novel, and childhood me had to pick it up. It was only $1, you guys. I had to pick it up. So let's see what she's rated on Goodreads. Okay, so she is rated a 4.1 star. That means the last 2 books that I knew I should save them for last because I knew they were going to be good, just based on who they were written by and what they were. But 2 books above the 4-star mark? Come on, that's great, you guys. I'm so excited. Okay. Wow, I feel really good about my picks, actually. I feel pretty darn good about my picks. So I am going to another book sale today that I'm going to be filming for my Instagram and TikTok accounts. If you want to see that and see what it's like for me to actually go to the book sale and get the books, follow me there. I hope that the Lord is blessing you in so many amazing ways this week and that you enjoyed this video. If you've read any of these books, please let me know in the comments which are good, which are bad, which should I skip, what's going on. Let me know what's going on. I would love to hear from you guys. I cannot wait to see you guys in my next video and somewhere else in my socials. I will see you guys next time. Bye!